The creature has just stimulated my foot again to remind me of Emma Watson. Those two things that it wants to remind me for the rest of my life. Emma Watson and treadmill. It will never allow me to forget those two idiotic things. And it almost as though it takes pride in it to show off its superiority, like its superiority over me, to remind me of a time when I did stupid things due to my lack of knowledge. Those two stupid things: interest in Emma Watson and treadmill. Despite that, it's been already about 5 years since then. But you see, the knowledge that I didn't have back then and I do now, which is also the knowledge that the creature possesses, is knowledge from a future world society, possibly with technology and science that's more than 1,000 years ahead of current modern science and scientific knowledge. So, for someone to even be able to discover it using hidden clues in languages and stories is already an extremely impressive feat. Impressive achievement. But how come this retarded creature constantly shows off its so-called superiority in terms of knowledge when there is nothing to show off about? Because one is not expected to just possess knowledge that is 1,000 years ahead. The stupid things that I did in 2019, the stupid thoughts that I had and behaviors that doing treadmill and having interest in Emma Watson were part of them, were in attempts to discover that knowledge, which is at least 1,000 years ahead. It was a heroic effort, no matter how stupid it was. But the creature, it tries to put me down. It constantly tries to remind me of a time of stupidity, to tell me that at the root of my existence that I am a stupid being, and that the creature holds a superiority over me in terms of intelligence. But how can it be so cocky and arrogant when the creature comes from a more advanced society? How about put the creature remove all its knowledge and make it be reborn in the year 1990, which is where I was born, and let's see how smart it is then. What I'm saying is it's showing off and at the same time trying to put me down unfairly, because the creature comes from a much more advanced world. But I was born in the 20th century. And you cannot just expect me to suddenly know information that is at least 1,000 years ahead. It's only to be expected that some mistakes are made on the way, and those mistakes were Treadmill and Emma Watson, but those mistakes, they didn't last more than a year. It was a brief period of mistakes, but the creature wants to overemphasize it, despite how brief that period was. The creature wants to remind me of it forever, despite that it is unfair.